Stand by. The program will begin soon.
There's an example yesterday I saw of this woman who's been here. I mean, we might even play this clip. She was here. She's been here 20 years. She has 3 kids who were born here. Her kids are because of birthright citizenship, which is another subject that's coming up. And she's never bothered to even try to resolve her immigration status. Not in 20 years. She has never tried to resolve her immigration status. Not through Republican presidents, not through Democratic presidents, nothing. And so now, she's worried about being deported because they put out the sob story of this woman. Well, that's not the average person they're even looking at right now. The average person they're looking at crossed in the last 3 years are CNN is cutting jobs to embrace the digital future. No, because they're cutting jobs because, as I like to say, they suck. CNN is undergoing a significant restructuring, planning to lay off about 200 employees, which constitutes approximately 6% of its workforce. This move is part of a broader strategy under CEO Mark Thompson to pivot towards a digital-first approach, focusing on expanding digital subscriptions and reducing costs from traditional TV operations. Wait a minute. Didn't they already try the CNN subscription service, which failed miserably? Which, if you truly have compassion for trans kids, you would allow them to all go through puberty, because 90% of kids who think they're trans change their mind once they go through puberty. That puberty is the fix for most of the problems. But you guys want the medicalization of kids and sterilization of kids and medical and surgical altering of kids who can't make that decision at 12 years old or 13 years old. Diablo asks, why is it when I try to show empathy and concern, people always misconstrue it? Last time I asked someone if their mom at least got a good check from the clinic that botched the abortion. Oh! Oh, God. Damn it, AD. I think you just need to find a gentle way.
Stand by. The program will begin soon.
I would be willing to bet everything I own that submitting a 22-minute video montage that shows the most egregious acts of violence you can find from that day, when the defendant in question is on that video for only 6 seconds and the scene walking calmly, is highly prejudicial and a violation of the defendant's due process rights. The person was found guilty and sentenced to 19 months in prison. Now, it took 2 hours to read through all of the documents that were in the case file. Every motion submitted by the defendant was denied. Every motion by the defendant was denied. How often does that happen? And every motion submitted by the government was granted. They turned a trespass misdemeanor that would have resulted in a $50 ticket into 5 misdemeanors and a felony charge by charging the defendant with a statute that would have required the Secret Service to rope off the section he was in, which they did not. They also charged him with a statute that would have been required them to prove Mike Pence was in the building at the time he walked through that corridor. He was not. And they used an Enron statute that the Supreme Court struck down. If you accept a pardon, you are admitting guilt. Period. That's the, because you can't be pardoned if you're not guilty.
Whether he can preemptive pardon, whether he can issue President's reportedly asking his staff whether he can issue preemptive pardons for himself, his family members, Rudy Giuliani. There's a simple answer: no. No, Mr.
Oh,
that
you
would
can't?
Be a gross abuse
Oh,
of the presidential
it's a
pardon authority.
gross abuse of presidential pardon authority. Well, there you go. You accepted a pardon, Adam Kinzinger. You think you may have committed a crime. Oh, here, Jamie Raskin. Dirty Q-tip. Dirty Q-tip, Jamie Raskin. What else? What did he have to say?
Well, the seeking of pardons is
Yes, it's only on
powerful
one side.
demonstration of the consciousness of guilt. Or at least the consciousness that you may be in trouble.
Jamie
And that's
Raskin.
what's so shocking
Did he get a
about
pardon
this.
also? Wasn't he on
Well,
that committee?
The seeking of pardons is...
He was on that committee. I'm curious if you're going to condemn that part. Are you going to condemn that pardon?
You know, Joe Biden pardoned a lot of people. Yeah, he should answer for that and explain.
Lots of murderers, lots of drug dealers, lots of people who killed people. Commuted the sentence of a couple murderers. One who, in fact, one drug dealer who people died from taking the drugs that they sold them.
Stand by. The program will begin soon.
The Obama-Aniston rumors have gone wild. Rumors have emerged on social media that suggest Barack and Michelle Obama might be heading towards divorce, with speculators linking Barack Obama to actress Jennifer Aniston. Those rumors have gained traction following Michelle Obama's absence from Jimmy Carter's funeral and the inauguration, and are based on tabloid stories and social media speculation without solid confirmation from the individuals involved. So far, they're still rumors, and I don't know why people are perpetuating them, but it is kind of fun to perpetuate rumors like that. No one's come out to, out and out deny anything. That's the weird part.
We should just take a deep breath and acknowledge the audacity.
The audacity!
Of a president who's so clearly concerned about his own criminal culpability.
Oh my God, his own criminal culpability and his son's business dealings. I know that they're talking about Joe Biden, aren't they?
And that of his family members.
Like the boy asked, are cats really soul suckers? Yes. Yes. That's why I'm not into cats. Dogs, man. I'm a dog guy. Avocado Diablo, is there an aisle in a grocery store that is less objectionable to have sex in? Where do you come up with this shit? Dude.
Has done something no person in the world has ever done before. A dead man, a dead politician has risen.
Yes.
Somebody who if we were 4 years ago at Davos, he's buried, a dead.
And I wonder how many people at Davos have been funding Donald Trump's demise that has failed. I wonder how many people at Davos, again, let me say it again. I wonder how many people at Davos have been funding what they had hoped would be Trump's demise. I bet you there's a few of them there. And didn't work, did it now? Didn't work now, did it?
Politically known to me. He's now returned. This is the greatest comeback in political history of a politician. And then, therefore, he thinks he can do anything.
End of the show, every day on my show, if I put something on the screen or I'm talking about it, or it's a topic or an article that I'm presenting in this show, I provide links to every single thing that I've talked about, and even more, the ones I didn't even get to. I drop them in the chat at the end of the show, and also I drop them in the description. So if you want to find these articles, they will be in the links at the end of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only PDawgKnight.
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I'm back. And I'm beautiful. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as PDawgKnight on the internet. Welcome back to the Dawg Knight Channel, where, we're, I skip a day because I had some stuff that I had to get done yesterday that my only window was in the morning, unfortunately, because I'm trying to juggle a whole lot of stuff right now. So excuse me, there may be some other days coming up that's going to happen. And I'll try to keep it to a minimum because, got to keep the continuity of the show and I don't want you to leave you hanging. So anyway, since I'm this late today, though, I do want to get into the show because I definitely want to talk about her. Well, I don't. It's just the excuse to put up pictures of her for AD, but we'll do that anyway. So anyway, first in chat today, obviously, Avocados Diabli gets the bell. Congratulations. Also, good morning, Louie. I said that two different ways. I don't know why. Hi, Lewis. Good to have you here. Good morning, number one, and JB and Patio Furniture. Bookworm Addict, here bright and early. Aaron Meredith, what's up? The Pope, Tyre, Ranius, the Third. The Blessed List with a message of hope. Blessing of the hallowed dead. Each day you see is a day he watches over you, bask in the glow of his love, and take joy in the shower of his mercy. Okay, that was a little longer than normal, but that's okay. It's a lovely message from the Pope. Also, good morning. My other favorite Canadian, Unacceptable Views. TC's in the house. Resolute Germ. Hoko Sports, what's up? I see you. And Johnny Boomer Tech doing his job. And then Green Badger Outdoors. So that's who are here bright and early. If you haven't shared the show, please do that. Just makes things a whole lot better. Kind of like, oh shoot. I was trying to think of the line from Hey Jude. If you begin to make it better, 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 better. Oh, no. Okay, I can stop that. Anyway, thanks to the people who already share the show. Resolute Germ, Johnny on the spot. Look at this already. I already got the wrestler up, the good old Macho Man. Awesome. And, Bishop, why do you keep following me and unfollowing me? I don't know what happens there. But that's it. The only one person? What? I know. I don't know. Just do what you can. Thanks to the people who do it, and I appreciate it. And some of you do it later and whatnot. So there you go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on because I'm not. I didn't do the holiday. What's the date? What's the holiday today? I was gonna do a holiday short every day, and then post it just before the show. But let me find a good holiday here. Oh, there you go. It's International Tiger Day. Grr. Oh, not that kind of tiger. Anyway, Roar for Wildlife Conservation, International Tiger Day. Okay, National Lasagna Day, National Chicken Wing Day. Oh, I might have to go to Buffalo Wild. No, I'll go to Wingstop. Wingstop? Is that what it's called? There's better than Buffalo Wild Wings. But I'm trying to figure out what that lipstick's for. National Lipstick Day. That day where you can put that lipstick. Anyway, Rain Day, Get Gnarly Day, and Nag Pachami Day. Love eat your spirits on Nag Pachami, the day of the serpents. Experience the fusion of faith, reverence, and tradition at its best. Yeah, that sounds like something the Pope Tyrannus would be celebrating. Anyway, so there you go. There's the holidays of the day. Done with that nonsense. Moving on. Sad news in the world of sports. Ryan Sandberg, the longtime second baseman for the Chicago Cubs, passed away after his long battle with cancer. He was one of the good guys in baseball back in the 80s and 90s. In fact, he was the 1984 National League MVP, 10-time All-Star, 9-time Golden Glove, 7-time Silver Slugger, Hall of Famer. An amazing baseball player if you're into baseball, and he'll be missed by the fans and his family and all that stuff. So it's those years the Cubs struggled, Ryan Sandberg was like one of the stars at the time. So that's sad to know. On a good note, though, in the world of sports, now you may, whatever you think of Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, Coach Prime has won so far his battle with cancer. NFL icon, let's see, where is it? By the way, NFL icon Randy Moss called Deion Sanders every other day while Prime was battling cancer and prayed with him. Randy called me every other day to check on me. Randy Moss prayed for me every day. Thank you, Randy. He's cancer-free now. Breaking, Deion Sanders and his medical team announced that he was diagnosed with a bladder tumor. The tumor has since been removed, and he is now cured from the cancer. So, good for Deion Sanders. You may, whatever you think of him, you don't want anyone to have to go through that shit. And congratulations to him. Let's see, what else do I have here in the trending topics? It's Coach Prime. So there's two of those. Also, let's get into. Let's talk about the thumbnail today. Let's get that out of the way, because this was crazy. To me, this was crazy. Wait, what did the court case for Ice Shack hookers that you obviously took the day off for yesterday go well? Yes. Yes, it did. Thanks. By the way, good morning, Mrs. Hayes. Wow, nice to have you back. Welcome. And Blue Eyed Scream is here. Nice to have you here. By the way, how many people are here? We got 20 people, 13 likes. That's not bad. Hi, K-Show. What up, Kirsten? Nice to have you here. If you haven't hit the like button, you might as well just do it now. See if we can get 20. There's 21 people, 21 likes. Come on, let's go. All right, let's talk about this, the thumbnail first. Let's get this out of the way. Well, not get it out of the way. We'll linger on it a little bit just for certain people in the audience. But so did you hear? Obviously, you've heard about this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney, and but maybe you haven't heard some of the fallout from it. Now, so by the way, that's Sydney Sweeney. Okay, but that's not the ad. Okay, just she did an ad for American Eagle jeans. Now, if in the past several years, there have been a lot of really, really strange ads coming out of the ad industry of the weird looking people and fat positive. What is it? Body positivity types and all kinds of nasty stuff. So finally, they put an attractive young, voluptuous, chick in an ad, and people lose their fucking minds. Now, it's not because she's attractive, although a lot of the people complaining the most are, let's just say they are visually challenged. Okay. Hello. Good morning, Woo. Now What Studios, my dear friend from high school. Good morning, B-Dawg. Thanks for showing us a pic of as much as Sydney Sweeney as possible. Her American Eagles look great. Yeah. Okay. So let's get into this, because and again, that's for AD. That's Sydney Sweeney. I don't know if you know who she is, AD, but I know that. Well, never mind. Anyway, Lord Stanhope's in the house too. So let's watch the ad, one of the ads first. I had it. Oh, I thought I had it. Well, no, let's watch the complaints first. Oh, here's one of them. Okay, here's one of the ads. Okay, let's just watch the ad, because this is for science. It's for science. Okay, so this is one of the ads, and it shows up on. Well, this is the part that shows up on TikTok. Okay, here it is. Okay, just closed the Mustang, and she walks off, and something about
Sydney Sweeney has very jeans.
Okay, yeah, because American Eagle jeans, right? And she's got the American muscle car, the GT350. I mean, that's kind of how, that's a great ad. Okay, did she really drive away like that? Or is that AI? Anyway, so that's the ad, one of the ads. Okay, the Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. Now, when I saw this ad, it happened to show up in my feed, and I saw it. I'm like, okay, no big deal. It's an ad for jeans. Like, because so when I was growing up, or at least not necessarily growing up, but when I was in my 20s and 30s, that's what a lot of jeans ads looked like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just normal. Hello, Special K and Acid on the honorable mention of my favorite Canadians list. Tried to sell what this ad is selling without showing the name. Well, her jeans, clearly. Okay. So anyway, so what I want to show you is a couple of people who are complaining about this. Okay, because I'm finding a little bit of humor in it. And let's start with this. And this is an unfortunate freeze frame because I'm sure this. Well, never mind. I'm just gonna I'll just put it on the screen here. She looks happy. Okay, she looks super happy, right? Let's see. Can I do this? Let's go full. There we go. Let's see the whole thing. Okay, she looks happy. Let's play the first complaint video by this lady.
Did American Eagle just run an ad for eugenics?
Say what? Say what?
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Her genes are blue. This is a little I wouldn't say double entendre because it's not necessarily a sex joke, but it's a play on words. Genes, as in genes, the little things that make you what you are, and versus her jeans that she's wearing. It's a play on words. And that's about eugenics. Wait, let's continue.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
She has great jeans. American Eagle jeans. That's what they're selling. Spelled Jeans, jeans, like blue jeans, the blue jeans that she's wearing. And then this lady decides that this is about eugenics.
Totally just talking about denim, right?
Yes.
Just a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman.
Oh my God, God forbid a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman be in the ad. Do you know they could have put Zendaya in the ad and it would have still could use the same thing, right? They could have put Beyonce in the ad. Remember, Beyonce was in a jeans ad for, was it Wrangler? Which was odd because I don't know anyone who wears Wranglers. Well, I guess in the South, in Texas they do. Anyway, but they could have put a number of anybody, race, anybody. They could have put who's a hot Asian girl. There's some of them. They could have put anybody and said the same thing because it's not about her, not eugenics, just jeans. As in she's just, some would say she's smoking hot.
Her good genes gave her personality and purity.
No, wait. They didn't say, and she didn't say anything about personality or purity or anything. She's talking about genes, the double, the play in words, genes, jeans.
Are we really going to pretend that this isn't a little fashy coded? Look,
oh my God, am I a fascist now because I think it's a good ad? I don't know.
Saying that Sydney Sweeney personally wrote this ad to revive the Third Reich, but American Eagle
No, you're kind of trying to say that, and you're trying to say that American Eagle's giving a dog whistle to all the fascists. Hello, BV Luminous, what's up?
Absolutely knew what they were doing here.
Oh.
You don't get to drop lines about inherent little fashy coded. Look, I'm not saying that Sydney Sweeney personally wrote this ad to revive the Third Reich, but American Eagle absolutely knew what they were doing here.
Really?
You don't get to drop lines about inherited traits, blue eyes, and great genes.
She didn't say anything about blue eyes. You didn't watch the ad very carefully. Didn't say nothing about blue eyes. She said my jeans, and they spelled it out for you, jeans, jeans, as in the one she's wearing on her butt, were blue. Holy shit. But even then, even if she did, guess what? They could have put anybody in that ad with any color eyes, and the line still would have been, my jeans are blue. Holy shit.
While zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda poster and expect people not to catch that reference. Good genes.
No. This is a case of your confirmation bias that everything's about politics and that you couldn't let go by just saying, oh yeah, she her genes like it made her a hot chick that I'm not. Oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud, but you know what I mean. Oh my God.
It used to mean racial purity in fascist circles, and now it's just denim marketing.
Oh, good God. You really think the ad writers were thinking that when they wrote the ads for the American Eagle jeans? Good Lord. Hello, Somnambule Nation. What's up?
We are watching fascist aesthetics sneak back into pop culture through fashion ads, trad wife influencers, and yes, now blue jeans.
Trad wife influencers. Hey, dumbass. You realize you don't have to watch any trad wife influencers if you don't want to. Holy shit.
If you think this was an innocent ad, you have not been paying attention.
No, if you don't think this is an innocent ad, you're deranged. You are straight up deranged, lady. Now, that's not the only one. This is one of the prominent ones. There's another prominent one, and we'll watch this one too because, well, first of all, and I don't like to be mean. I don't give a shit what people look like. I love everybody. Hello, Willie. What up? Willie's in the house. But you know, there's a contrast here, and most of the people complaining probably resemble this contrast that we're doing here. Here's the contrast. Oh, before I do that though, thank you, Avocados Diablo, dropping a small bullet in the tip jar. First, you are the first donor of the day, which makes you the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you, Avocados Diablo, with $2.23 in the tip jar, small bullet, who says the night is the party. Oh, excuse me, the right. Oh, that I can't. I need. Okay, let me just try and read that again. The right is the party of conspiracies. The lady who supports Planned Parenthood tells me as she complains about a gene ad being about eugenics and fascism. Exactly. It's just crazy. Thank you, Avocado Stabby. I appreciate you, brother. Okay, so let's okay, I was talking about this is this ad starts out with a contrast that is, well, I would say slightly apparent if you are paying attention. Here we go. Check out the contrast. Okay. Oh, why don't I go full screen so you can see it all? Yeah, a lot of people complaining about this. Can you see my cursor or no? Maybe not. Probably not. Anyway, a lot of people complaining about this over there look like this. I'm not trying to be mean, because actually this young lady is attractive too in her own way. I'm not even gonna say but. I'm not gonna finish the sentence. Just let's see this complaint too.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle
oh my God, the company's called American Eagle. That is automatically fascist. Sorry. Oh, is making
fascist propaganda like this?
Hi, Evan S. Oh my God. Again, these people are too caught up in they live their lives for politics, and it's sad.
Probably not, but it's still really shocking.
Why is it
shocking? A blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes.
Oh, good Lord. Hello, Adam Price. How you doing? Fat girl's probably trans. Look at the flag in the back. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. I don't even care. It may or may not be, but that isn't even the point. My God. Oh, an attractive person's in an ad. We can't have that shit.
That is Nazi propaganda.
American Eagle. jeans for Nazis. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm stunned. So as I scroll through, I'm gonna go scroll through the American. Well, let's scroll through the American Eagle trending topic on X, because it's still trending very high, by the way. I got to tell you. Oh, one of the funniest things I saw though was, and I see, look, there she is. That's Sydney Sweeney, and she's wearing jeans. See, Sydney Sweeney, jeans. Like, you can't see my finger because it doesn't go over front of. Sydney Sweeney, jeans. Okay. Here's this is a great meme. For this is a perfect meme where you see that would be that'd be a cartoon of Sydney Sweeney, and then the blue-haired, probably carrying a translate with the rainbow flower fist necklace says, if you like that, you're a fascist. To which the young man says, Dad, I think I'm a fascist. I know I didn't need to read that out. I just think it's a perfect. That's why the subtitle of my show today is, am I fascist now? I don't know. And look, it could be any attractive woman. It doesn't have to be the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Sydney Sweeney. Any attractive woman could do that ad, and it would be just fine. But apparently, look, watch. Wait a minute. Watching basement. There's the people talking about this. Let me see a couple comments of this. Watching basement dwelling golems whine and cry over American Eagle, figuring out that people like to look at beautiful people in ads is peak hilarity. It's almost as if modeling used to use super beautiful people to sell products, and it was very successful at doing it. The humanity. Oh, that's it. You can't see that because I didn't put it on the screen. Oops, let me fix that. There you go. That's what it is. And then, but look, if people upset about American Eagle jeans commercials when this was concerned, so let's look at an ad from the 80s, a jeans ad from the 80s, because this will make a lot of sense, because this is what it's a little fuzzy because it's 80s pixelation. But anyway, here's an ad from the 80s for jeans.
Life lies hidden in a genetic code. Genes are fundamental.
Oh, now it's a genes talking about genetics again. Oh my God, is that Brooke Shields? I'm not sure.
In determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. Occasionally, certain conditions produce a structural change in the
now this is,
which will bring about the process
it's not Demi
of
Moore.
evolution.
It looks like Brooke Shields.
This may occur in one or more of the following ways. Firstly, by selective mating, in which a single gene type proves superior in transmitting its genes
to
future generations.
God, they would have lost their souls over this one. Jeez, she got a little deeper into the genetics part of this.
Secondly, by gene drift, in which certain genes may fade away while other genes persist. And finally, by natural selection, which filters out those genes.
What the hell is she doing with her leg? How that she could, my God, she could suck her own toes. That's really gross. Anyway.
This may result in the origin of an entirely new species. Which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
Calvin Klein genes.
Okay, see? Calvin Klein. How about that?
Life lies hidden
okay, we
in
need
a
to watch it
genetic code.
again. But it'll be in the links just for who would want to watch this? Probably AD. Anyway, yeah, this is oh my God. I never even put I put a separate link to the ads right here too, because for science purposes and whatever. Yeah, I am I'm just dumbfounded by this whole thing. Here, we'll put a couple of these ads in the links. Here, let's put this ad in the link. We'll drop that one. There's a couple more, by the way. Well, and then the two weirdos are in the same thread on here. I've got them on here. Yes, I do. Okay, so if you want to watch the two weirdos complaining,
did American Eagle just run an ad for eugenics?
Up. crazy. I won't say it because I'm trying to be polite. It's hard to be polite about it. Now, oh wait, here's another complainer. Wait a minute. Oh my God. No way. Is this serious? Oh no, wait a minute. Here's one for you. Oh no, this poor. Oh Lord. I'm going to put a few of these up because this lady actually broke into tears about this. I'm very sad for her. Hang on. Oh, I didn't see this one. This is I'm going to be sad, I can tell. Okay, hang on. I don't want full screen. There we go. Okay, here's another one. Someone, it's disheartening. I really don't think they truly want to get it. I saw that Sydney Sweetie stuff today and got tired. Oh, good Lord, no.
Yep, that got me too. And I don't know why. Maybe because it's just so blatant.
Or maybe you just spend too much time on the internet. You know, young lady, you're fairly attractive. You could have been in that ad, and it would have been the same thing. And, oh, good
Keep
God.
thinking that people just are not going to believe us until we're hung out there. But then even then, I feel like they'll be like, oh, no. Kind of like they are with.
This is retarded. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that, am I?
Yep, that got me too.
She's shedding tears over this. Oh, my God, people. Now I want to scroll more and see what else I can find here. Oh no. Somebody did this. Wait a minute. Sydney, Sweetie has great genes. Make America great again. No. Sorry. Oh, that's the let's go back. Here we go. This is where I was scrolling. There's that gal again. See, now, look. You know, I mean, I don't care. Because they're starting to see all this kind of stuff on swimsuit, Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, and now you see someone back to the more model type person, and people get upset. I don't know. Oh my God, American Eagle, American company made an American commercial with a beautiful American woman. Everyone panicked. I just saw a video of someone reading about it, and I'm like, oh, whatever. Calvin Klein hires a pregnant man for a new campaign, and now they have Sydney Sweetie. Oh, I should not have scrolled. Holy shit. And American Eagle is just channeling Calvin Klein. It's good for them for doing so. Excellent marketing campaign. Have I talked about this enough? Have I scrolled enough? Do you want me to continue scrolling and through this? Or I could, you know, Sydney Sweetie's also trending. Should I just, where's the Sydney Sweetie one? Oh, here it is. Should I just scroll through Sydney Sweetie now? Yes means stay on this topic. No means move on. Oh, here's Sydney Sweetie is mid by that guy. Oh, let's see what our friend Xavier has to say about it. He's this is the a conservative on the other team, but he's a good dude.
I don't understand why women allow so much misogyny to come from gay men. Zesty or not, you're still a grown-ass man telling women that they're not good enough at being women. Some of the biggest critics you will see about women's appearances, about the way they dress, about the way they do their makeup, is coming directly from gay men. And I'm not even going there about the trans women debate, because that's a whole nother conversation with some intersectionality. But when we speak specifically about the gay community and the way that men are telling women that they're not serving enough cunty energy, to me it's like, how are you...
that has something else to do. But anyway, Sydney Sweetie modeling for American Eagle has caused liberal meltdown. Not every ad has to be have a fat trans disabled person of color. Calm the fuck down. That's right. Okay, we're gonna move on. Enough of that. But it's interesting. I am just okay. Wait, one more for Advocatus Diaboli. There we go. All right, there. One more Sydney Sweetie picture. There you go. All right, we're done. Enough playing around. Moving on. What else is going on? That's probably way more important than this. Oh my God, there's that lady again. I can't see it. Oh, Cincinnati. Now, many of you probably saw the little brawl in Cincinnati. A whole bunch of people beat down a few people and knocked a lady out and stuff. And it's turned into one of those internet race things that, these black people attack these people, whatever. And it sucks because I don't like, I really don't like what they did. It's really bad, and they beat the shit out of these people. The one thing that when this came out that we didn't see is, and look, they went way too far by leaps and bounds, and probably some charges should be filed against a bunch of them. Monkey, what's up? What's going on? Nice to have you. Welcome, Random Monkey, to the chat. And Select a Boy. Yeah, boy.
Your life makes me sad.
I just did the second one. That wasn't for Select a Boy. That was for Monk. Anyway, so it at first it came out, and it's really bad. I can't even show it. A mob of people, it was said, a mob of people came and they attacked these people without provocation. Okay. Now, what they didn't show was at the beginning of the video, the older white guy smacked a black guy in the face. Now, we don't even know what this is about. They was at a jazz festival concert or whatever. And so then the black gentleman, that's, I don't know if I should use that word, but anyway, the black guy and his friends beat the holy living shit out of that guy, a couple of his friends, and also knocked this woman out. You can't see it. She got knocked the fuck out, and it was really ugly. Okay, a lot of people writing about it, but a lot of people left out the part where the first one to make human contact was the white guy who got beat up at first. So now I think that when someone smacks you, maybe you have the right to hit them back, but I don't think you have a right to beat them down, knock them on the street, have all your friends kicking them and kicking them in the head, and just a complete beat down. Oh, you have zero idea what I'm talking about? Well, the problem is I can't show it either because it's pretty violent, and it's in the links here. Is this the one? Yeah, it's in that link. I'll put a separate link to it. It made a slight splash on the internet. I'll just leave a link to it. It's fucked up. Let's put just the disproportionate response was incredible and very dangerous, and probably should be some people going to jail. But the problem that people are having now is some people have only seen the video before someone got smacked in the face. And so now some people are saying, oh, that one little smack to the face justifies everyone getting their ass whooped, like, and maybe even potentially killed in the street, which is fucking stupid. Since most of you don't know what I'm talking about, it's their own fault for going to Cincinnati. Yeah, that too. Anyway, so some people are mad because the police chief doesn't seem to be giving it the deference that some people want. Let's see. This is here. Let's look at the. Let's listen to this police chief.
Another topic I want to cover real quick. Social media and journalism, and the role it plays in this incident.
Now,
is
she going to downplay it?
You. That is you. The social media.
She's mad.
The post that we've seen does not depict the entire incident. That is one version of what occurred.
Oh, she's mad because some people cut out these one part where someone gets smacked in the face.
And mainstream media and their commentaries
I got a
are
feeling,
misrepresentation of the.
I get a feeling that she's going to say something correct here, though, because this happens a lot. You'll see some thing where someone gets punched, and they're saying, oh, this white dude just up and hit this guy for no reason, or this black dude went up and hit this guy for no reason. It's just all sowing racial division.
The circumstances surrounding any given event.
Hi, Annalyn. How you doing?
What that does, that causes us some difficulties in thoroughly investigating the activity and enforcing the law. Because what happens, that social media post and your coverage of it distorts the content of what actually happened.
You mean like, and I bet she's as mad about when it happens to police officers. It happened to police officers too. You say, oh, this police officer did this, there was no reason. And all of a sudden you see the rest of the body cam footage and you're like, oh, that's why he smacked the guy in the mouth. Although the one dude didn't need to be smacked in the mouth, the recent one. But anyway, so I get where she might be mad, how social media often distorts these events without showing the entire context. Now, and you can watch the video, it'll be in the links of what happened, and they're only showing the part before the dude smacked him, and then all these people beat him up. It was extremely excessive. By the way, let me ask y'all a question. You need to watch this. You don't know what I'm talking about anyway. Let me ask y'all a question though, because I've been seeing this a lot lately. Oh, here's an example. Now this is an example of before the entire tape comes out. Okay, here's the article that MRC TV puts up. Black mob brutally beats white couple in Cincinnati. Not that the media cares. Okay. Several people have been arrested in connection with a massive brawl in Cincinnati over the weekend. Viral video which shows a mob of mostly black assailants beating and stomping on the head of a middle-aged white man before knocking out a white woman out cold on the pavement. Not, of course, the national media cares. Yeah, the national media isn't showing this, but listen. This is what I don't understand. And I've noticed this in a lot of these videos lately. Hello, wait, thanks, Avocado Diablo. Dropping another small bullet in the tip jar. Social media should have little no impact or effect on a police investigation unless they are using social media to investigate. Well, this is how they're sometimes how they're alerted to incidents too. They don't see everything, so they're alerted to the incident via social media, and then they go out and investigate, and there's a little more to it. But that's not even the problem. The question I have. The question I have, because I see it a lot lately. Since when has been acceptable when you're in a brawl and someone's down on the ground to kick them in the head as many times as you can? That's breaking the etiquette of a fight, isn't it? Because you could kill somebody if you kick them in the head, stomping on their head. I've seen that so much in these videos, especially when multiple people attack one person or whatever. No cop ever said 911 calls are making it hard to investigate. Well, 911 calls don't give you a picture of the story, and sometimes the picture of the story is distorted or cut off, not full, complete, whatever, and then they have to go find more. Because what happens is I'm sure they've got thousands of calls about this incident, complaining about the black mob that brutally beat the white couple, and they did. I'm not even denying that. I think there's way over response to getting smacked in the face. One punch in the face to the guy who smacked him would have been sufficient, and don't touch me again. But as soon as that happened, all these people just attacked the guy, and then other people tried to help him, and then the white woman gets knocked out. Hello, Midnight Nexo. So anyway, but since when has it been acceptable to kick somebody in the head? That's just so wrong, to stomp someone's head. You realize you get in a fight and someone's down and you have video of you being stomping on their head and they die. You just got a murder charge. Doesn't matter what happened beforehand. Doesn't matter. I've seen that so much lately where now we're gonna stomp on their head. dude, you can kill somebody. All right, enough of that. Let's move on. The EU is trending. Apparently Donald Trump has made some kind of a deal with the EU. It's not final. Whatever they've said in all this, because people are touting this like this is the greatest deal ever, and it sounds good, but the EU members have to approve it anyway. So the people are excited about this, saying, there's an article here. So Trump announces that they made this great trade deal with the EU where they're like I thought it was a reciprocal 15% tariff. Some are saying 0 tariffs. I'm not so sure about that. AD says, no, my point is very often 911 calls are not even close to what actually, not even close to what actually happened. And when cops get there, they find out that they are investigating the wrong thing and yet never make that complaint in regards to it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, it's, did she complain? I wasn't listening carefully enough. She was complaining that makes the investigation harder. No, it just makes your investigation focus on something else. And you probably shouldn't complain about it. Like you said, like the AD said, 911 calls are probably all over the board and things that happen. And you get there and you're like, wait, I'm seeing a completely different picture here. Anyway, so Donald Trump was touting this EU trade deal. Let's see what this one is. Here's the meeting with him and what's her name, Vandersloot.
Mr. Trump, can you do better than 15% tariff rate for the EU?
Better meaning lower?
Yeah.
No. Mr. President,
Mr. Trump.
I'm sorry, that wasn't the part. Here he's Trump just got the entire European Union to agree to 0 tariffs on U.S. goods. Meanwhile, the U.S. will still tax EU product at 15%. Europe bent the knee. Canada didn't even get a seat at the table. Canada just got embarrassed. Okay, let's again. People are touting it in that manner. First of all, the EU member states have to approve it, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But a lot of people in the media who hear this are saying, oh, this sounds like a good trade deal. For example, on This Is CNN.
Trade deal announced with the European Union. The Financial Times says the deal marks a victory for Trump. The early reviews are in on the new trade deal announced with the European Union. The Financial Times says the deal marks a victory for Trump.
Okay, so that's a very short clip, obviously. And a lot of people are kind of making fun of people who would poo-poo this. Democrats in the media are trying to explain how America imposing a 15% tariff on EU imports and EU imposing 0 tariff on American imports is a loss for President Trump and Americans. I didn't read that way, that it would be 0. That Trump may have said that, but that's not what I heard. But so that has Europe trending, and he went over there and made fun of Starmer, and people were bitching about how he golfed and whatnot. But anyway, here's this. But this is kind of an example that if Donald Trump actually gets this deal done, how mad the left-wing media is going to be about it. And this is John Nolte over at Breitbart. Far left Axios angry America came out ahead in Trump trade deals. The far left Axios seemed pretty upset over President Trump's triumphant trade deal with the European Union. Axios is also claiming without evidence that Trump's trade deal with Japan is bad for U.S. automakers. In the Trump-dominated global economy, the U.S. gets plenty but gives nothing in return, laments Axios, as though that's a bad thing. Axios seems confused by the term America First and seems to think of themselves as citizens of the world instead of America. You might think that I sound like some kind of nationalist, which I am. That's John Nolte saying this. But I would subscribe to the Trump strain of nationalism with the healthy idea that every country should become nationalist, meaning each country should look out for itself first. Japan first. Mexico should be Mexico first. If every country puts itself and its citizens first, the world would improve immeasurably. So anyway, but Axios, in their big picture on this, wrote this. Trump announced agreements with Europe and Japan in which both agreed to drop their tariff rates to 0, promised eye-popping investments in the U.S. and open markets to American producers. In return, those countries got some assurance on their tariff rate, both 15%, and both of which could have been worse, even if it puts their industries in a disadvantage. So, and again, this hasn't been approved by the the EU members. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully that it goes the way that he said it did and whatnot. So, and this kind of leads to what's happening over at CNN, because CNN does a lot of polling, right? And sometimes the polling just doesn't go the way that the pundits at CNN wanted to go. CNN Harry's Enton stunned Americans trust the GOP over Democrats on foreign policy. Let's watch this clip. This is great.
This one was a surprising one to me, given everything that's going on in Russia, what happened in Iran, what happened in Gaza. But the bottom line is Democrats in the American voters' minds cannot hack it. What are we talking about? Party trust more on foreign policy. Well, the GOP holds an average 6-point lead in the month of July. Look at this. Fox News came out last week, plus 3 points for Republicans on foreign policy over the Democrats. You think that number is not high enough for you? How about the Wall Street Journal? GOP plus 8 points when they match congressional Democrats up against congressional Republicans. The bottom line is this. Despite everything that's going on in the world right now, Republicans are more trusted on Democrats when it comes to foreign policy and the world at large.
Now, listen.
How has this changed, or how does this compare to during the campaign?
Yeah, again, this to me was a surprising number. Since Donald Trump said he'd come in and broker all these peace deals, and while he's brokered some, he hasn't obviously brokered one between Ukraine and Russia and obviously the situation in Gaza. But take a look here. Trust more in foreign policy. You go back to 2024, Trump had a 6-point advantage over Kamala Harris. Again, look at the average right now.
Still a 6-point advantage.
It hasn't moved despite everything that's going on in the world. You see Republicans plus 6 points here. And this goes back to a larger issue that we have discussed over and over again here in the mornings. Despite any misgivings that the American public might have about Donald Trump, when you match up Republicans against Democrats, Donald Trump against Democrats, still at this particular point, they are doing significantly better than you might expect.
See, you get it there. You get it. Which, who knows? Now, hopefully these trade deals go as they say. Now, there's been a lot about this incident in New York over the weekend, and I hadn't even really heard about it until I was watching Monkey this morning. I was watching this morning. And so there's this, now there's a whole lot of, funny, there's been a whole lot of story about the incident in New York. But was there a whole lot about this? Was there a whole lot of news media about the stabbings in Michigan? Here's an article from the New York Post. Armed hero, Marine veteran Derek Perry, praised for confronting Michigan Walmart mass stabbing suspect in a dramatic showdown. Dramatic video shows a heroic Walmart shopper armed with a gun confronting a knife-wielding maniac moments after he allegedly stabbed 11 people inside the Michigan store on Saturday night. Wild cell phone footage shared on X. The brave man, identified by family members as Marine veteran Derek Perry, is seen yelling at the suspect attacker to drop the weapon in the parking lot of the Superstore in Traverse City, about 255 miles northwest of Detroit. Perry is being praised for his actions, with some even suggesting he should be nominated for a Presidential Medal of Freedom. Give this man the recognition his actions deserve, one commenter said. Good men who are armed save lives. Now, what's funny is Mr. Perry is a black man, a Marine veteran, and no one's, I didn't get a whole lot of good guys with a gun coverage on here. This guy's, probably saved lots of people from being stabbed. He subdued the guy, and what is it? His daughter chimed in. She wrote on Facebook that his heroism is a proud daughter moment for her. His daughter is, his daughter-in-law added that the veteran is a true hero. So good for this guy. Good guy with a gun. Good news of the day, Mr. Perry here, former Marine, and stopped this asshole who is out stabbing people in Walmart. So good for him. He gets a bell. All right. Now, the other incident, though, was in New York. There's this dude walks into a building and shoots a couple cops, or cop and a security guard, and then goes up and murders some guy. Kind of reminiscent of Luigi Mangione. And it makes me wonder if the praise for that dude maybe has been what we don't know why this happened, okay? But the crazy part of it that I saw, that I was alerted to this morning, that apparently on CNN, okay, well, CNN said something about the suspect, possibly a white dude. There is the clip.
They do know what he looks like. Sunglasses, mustache, male, possibly white.
That's weird. Because dude had fro, bro, this is him. Mustache, possibly white. Why would they even say that? This is before they even, before they caught him or anything or whatever. They found him. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Well, then again, we got CNN, white suspect, Maryland dad, fell on stage, sharp as a tack. That's true. So, yeah, this guy goes out, is an active shooter. During an active shooter search, CNN egregiously decided to throw possibly white into the description of the black man police were looking for, which could have aided to his escape. Fortunately, Shane Tamura decided to kill himself. Well, not fortunately, but because, Anyway, CNN, here's the New York Post story on this. CNN anchor Aaron Burnett flamed for saying New York shooter Shane Tamura was possibly white. This is the only picture they had of him. Now look at that picture. This is the only footage they had of him before they knew anything else. How is that possibly white? Not that it mattered. Like, look, he's an asshole for shooting people and whatnot, but that was just weird. CNN's Aaron Burnett is being skewered for reporting that the gunman who opened fire in a Midtown skyscraper, killing an NYPD cop and 3 others, was possibly white after viewing the initial security footage released immediately after Shane Tamura's deadly rampage. In the photos shared online, Tamura, 27, was captured in broad daylight walking on 345 Park Avenue with the Palmetto State Armory AR-15 rifle in his hand. Burnett said police knew the gunman had sunglasses, mustache, male, possibly white, during a broadcast shortly after the shooting Monday evening. The chilling image of Tamura with the AR-15, however, showed him with a possibly darker, ethnically mixed complexion. Early police reports also suggested the suspect might be of Middle East descent. Online critics slam Burnett. This is the picture. That's what. Why did she say that? And why did she, because if it was a brother, she would have never even hinted at the race. So I don't know. Lots of people bitching about it. There's a whole story about it in the New York Post. It's weird. All right. What else I got here? By the way, they seem to have a motive for him, but there's a problem. New York City mass shooter Shane Tamura found with a note blaming the NFL for giving him CTE, which is the brain injury, right? But he never played pro football. So that's interesting. Crazed gunman who killed an NYPD officer and 3 other people in a Midtown. By the way, yes, he killed a New York police officer and a couple other people along the way, but he clearly was targeting the last person he shot. There were other people that he was targeting a specific person, and then he killed himself. If you start reading about it. So anyway, the crazed gunman who killed an NYPD officer and 3 other people in Midtown skyscraper on Monday evening was carrying a note in his pocket that expressed grievances with the NFL and claimed he suffered from CTE, a brain injury linked to head trauma, sources told the Post. Shane Tamura, 27, cited the NFL in the writings, which were found after he fatally shot himself in the chest on the 33rd floor of the 345 Park Avenue, a swanky skyscraper that houses the Football League's corporate headquarters. The mentally ill shooter wanted... Now, and I'm trying to figure out how they know he was mentally ill. Are they just assuming that? Maybe they know something we don't know. Anyway, the mentally ill shooter wanted to shoot up the NFL's offices on levels 5 through 8, but mistakenly went up the wrong elevator banks and ended up on a higher floor, Mayor Eric Adams confirmed Tuesday. In his 3-page long ramblings, Tamura blamed the NFL for his apparent struggle with the neurodegenerative disease, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. I said it. I said it right. And pleaded for his brain to be studied in the wake of the massacre, law enforcement sources said. He also specifically referred to Terry Long, the former Pittsburgh Steelers player who was diagnosed with CTE after downing antifreeze to kill himself 20 years ago. Terry Long, football gave me CTE, and it caused me to drink a gallon of antifreeze, the note stated, according to sources. You can't go against the NFL. They'll squash you. Please study brain for CTE. I'm sorry. The league knowingly concealed the dangers of our brains to maximize profits. Tomorrow continued. They failed us. The problem is he never played in the NFL. So maybe he played college football. Who knows? I'm sure we're going to get a whole long... we might. Well, let's see. We may learn about him. Generally, the rule is, you know that chart that there's that meme of the guy from Family Guy, right? The dad from Family Guy, where he has a little chart of, of colors that going from very light to like a light tan to this, and then the brown, black, and black, whatever, brown, black. And they make a meme out of that. Well, you could use that same chart for whether or not they're going to talk about a shooter suspect. You know what I'm saying, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thanks to Avocados Diablo, another small bullet in the tip jar, carrying the heavy load. Come, give the man a hand, please. How do they know he is mentally ill? The fact that he got hurt in the NFL when he never played for them might be a clue. Okay, good point. Good point. You got me there. That's true. All right. So anyway, they have a timeline of what happened here. And so, okay. So now I thought, maybe he was targeting a specific person, but he was targeting a specific floor and got up on the wrong floor. How do they know? Peter Griffin. Yeah, thank you. So anyway, that's really sad, and I'm sure we might get more information on it. We might, but that has NYPD trending. Rest in peace to the officer who lost his life in the line of duty. His name was Didarul Islam, for the 47th precinct, and he has a wife and kids. Someone here said NYPD News. Oops, hang on. Police officer Didarul Islam represented the very best of our department. He was protecting New Yorkers from danger when his life was tragically cut short today. We join in prayer during this time of incomprehensible pain. We will forever honor his legacy. It's also interesting. I guess the mayor candidate, the shitbag socialist mayor candidate, came out with a statement that, we grieve for his family and blah, blah, blah. The same asshole who wants to dismantle the police department. So fuck that guy. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Someone put this right here. Holy shit. Here it is. Oh, come on. Zoran Kwame Mamdani tweet out, I'm heartbroken to learn of the horrific shooting in Midtown, and I am holding the victims, their families, and the New York police officer in critical condition in my thoughts. Well, he ended up dying. Grateful to all our first responders on the ground. This motherfucker who hates the police with a passion and wants to not just defund them, but dismantle the police department. Yeah, right, dude. Thanks for playing. All right. Well, you know what? I think this is a good time to stop because I got shit to do. So let me get out the links here from today. There's a couple of articles I had open that I was going to get to, but I have one more thing. I just thought of it. Do we have any friends, any fans of Happy Gilmore, the original movie, the Happy Gilmore movie from what, 20? Is that movie like 25 years old? It's got to be, because I remember my kids loved that movie when they were little. Anyway, I broke down and watched Happy Gilmore 2. Lady Boomer and I sat and watched Happy Gilmore 2, and I was fully expecting to be very disappointed. I was fully expecting just to be just a crap sequel. And actually, it was really good. It was good. If you like the first movie, Happy Gilmore, you will like the second movie, Happy Gilmore. And the cameos in there, especially all the professional golfers that are in there, and a couple surprise cameos that you wouldn't even know. Yes, Happy Gilmore 2 is on Netflix. Happy Gilmore is 29 years old currently. Yeah, it's on Netflix. And I'm telling you, if you like Happy Gilmore just because it's goofy, funny, typical Adam Sandler movie, Happy Gilmore 2, as far-fetched as everything is quite enjoyable. So I highly recommend you go see Happy Gilmore. All right, that's it. I'm going to drop the links here. Here are the links from today in the chat. I'll drop them in the description too. There we go. And that's it. Thanks, everyone, for joining me on the Morning Night Live. As you know, I'm here Monday through Friday around this same time, roughly 10 o'clock Eastern or so. A lot more or so lately. But anyway, and I hope you come back. If you've never seen me, it looks like I have regulars here. Did y'all hit the like button yet? 33 people, 19 likes. Please fix that. And that's it. I got to go. Thanks. My name's PDawgKnight, and I am out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great day. This is PDawgKnight, and thank you for watching today on the PDawgKnight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cashapp, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here.